Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Cherise and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
So today is Tuesday, 6/6 of 2023. So we're hoping that those numbers were very favorable for some of you guys out there today with that. And I am here with the fabulous Cherise B with that. And so have you been in town this whole week? Have you been gallivanting across the world again?
I've been here, baby. I was in a conference all weekend, but I was here in town in up in Buckhead, MemberCon conference with Justin Burns. It's really, really great.
Oh wow. Yeah. You gotta share that with us.
I will.
Y'all had a topic, but I want to hear this. Like, what nuggets did you come away with?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that you can give to us.
Well, I'll just say this, it was so in alignment with a lot of what we talk about, Natalie. And a lot of you, I am quite sure, are in a space of, just really yearning authenticity, yearning genuineness, yearning the real. And one thing I really loved about this conference was, and I've watched Justin evolve, and he's evolved into, the light worker that he's called to be, and the person who genuinely wants to help people. Wow. Yeah, but also presenting the tools, the resources, the relationships that it takes to get there. And it really was I felt bad once I got there that I did not invite more of my people to that conference, but I was so caught up, in day to day and just I was traveling and trying to get to the conference, and then I got sick when I came back from my traveling, because you and I both were going down.
On the last call. And my voice still isn't back 100% yet.
Same here. It's on its way back. So it was until I got there and sat down and realized what was happening. I was like, what was I thinking? But it's okay, because it really ignited me and put a fire up under me to do my work. And that's what we're here for, Natalie. We showed up, on this podcast for each other, for ourselves and for our people, so that we could ignite ourselves and ignite others. It is time. There has never been a time ever in life for you to show up and your specialty and your gift and what you are supposed to do. And if you don't quite know, now is your time to take the opportunity to get quiet, to go back, reset, refocus, and figure out what the heck you are supposed to be doing out here. Now's the time. God is delivering. The universe is delivering manifestations, gifts, delivering everything right now. So show up for yourself so you can get your answers, because all the answers are in here. You've been putting in the work. The answers are here.
And
if you are still lost, you're not believing in yourself, because you've been putting in work. So now is the time, to stop spinning wheels and go do what you're supposed to be doing.
And so I said I wanted the title tonight to be like setback, comebacks, and all of that. With that. And so that's in line with what you're saying, is because I think sometimes we are spinning our wheels and not actually doing or moving forward. And so, and a lot of us entrepreneurs, we have 1,000 ideas. And so if you are a person who has 1,000 ideas, and then you look up and you got 5 projects started, and you've been working and you feel yourself that you've been working, but you aren't making any progress. It could very well be that you started things and you're not finishing it.
Yeah.
Because we get so excited about the new shiny object.
Yeah.
And so recently, because in my private practice, on the counseling side, we've been consistently doing a podcast for probably like the last 6 months. With that, those podcasts have yet to make it to YouTube because I just got lost in my system and it fell apart.
Yeah.
For me, I was trying to do too much. And so I just decided, get the content out. Like we can, do it now, do it better later. Get it out.
Yeah.
With that. And through that content, I realized I was supposed to start this men's group for my associate. I was supposed to do this other thing and I was supposed to do this other thing. And I was like, oh my God, I got like 5 uncompleted, not even really started good projects out here that aren't moving forward. And so I gotta have a come to Jesus conversation with myself. Like, you're busy, but you're busy doing the wrong things. Like you trying to do this and do this and do this and do that. I know for me personally, that's not even the way I'm supposed to be handling projects. If I got a new idea, I'm supposed to be writing it down on the list.
Yeah.
And then making sure I finish at least one project before I pick up another project. And I feel like I move too fast for my own self, which is why it's so important to have that quiet time where you're reviewing. And then another colleague and I, we were talking about, especially African American women, that we are so busy working in our businesses that we don't take a step back to work on our business.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So to really take a moment, especially if you had a setback or you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're not moving forward, is to sit down and really look, am I completing projects? Am I doing the money-making projects? Am I doing the actual outreaches that I need to be doing? Like, am I doing the things that are going to produce money? And so it's good that you want a new fancy website, but if the old one isn't converting yet, then we need to make sure we get the old one converting. Like and you've got to stay with it until it starts producing. So I know for me, it's like, okay, let's go back. Let's sit down, go back to the beginning. For me, this is what I do to get myself regrounded. Pick up the vision I assigned myself for the year. That's what I do in the conference. And my thought in my December conference is we set the vision for the next year.
Yeah.
We come together so we can get it together and we really look at, okay, what do you want to accomplish? And so now that I realize I'm so far off and I had all these projects out there and all of these probably could be making money if I had finished any of them with that. And so now I need to sit back and say, okay, what were the goals for this year? Put everything on the list, and I need to get one thing accomplished before I move to the next task, And so if you have had a setback, that same thing will help you to sit down. What are my goals? What was I trying to do? What new shiny thing got in my way with that? Conferences do that for me. If I go to a conference, I'm all excited about whatever they taught. With that, and that'll get me taken off. So I got to be careful around conferences and what I want to do next.
Yes,
with that, it'll like the information is so great. It's just now I got 1,000 ideas because I'm all excited. I've been on the mountaintop and I got to bring it back down, and make it valuable for every day. And so with that, if you have had if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, I promise you, if you sit down and really look at what you've been doing and how you've been spending your time, you will get answers as to why you're not moving forward.
Absolutely.
And so if you can really adopt that 80% of the problem is always me, if you can take that in and embody that and look at your life with that, you will be able to move forward with so much momentum, because then you'll be, okay, if it's me, what am I really doing? What am I really not doing? So in my head, I know I've been marketing my practice for the last couple of months. What have I actually done? I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you, because what it should look like is me getting in my car and doing meet and greet and networks. But none of them are on my calendar, so I haven't calendared anything yet, which is important. I haven't set aside the time and really like thought about it. It's just been like, oh, I really need to market a practice with that, and I'm not actually doing it. All right, I talked enough.
Yeah, I know. Look, we're not gonna get weak with our voices tonight.
Right. Matter of fact, let me put my little halls in and you just jump off whatever in that with comebacks, setbacks, getting stuck with that. What do you do when you get stuck? Because I know you've been stuck before. And let me say this, y'all. I really need y'all to understand, because I still got people out here thinking that business is an overnight success because you heard one story on Instagram and you felt like they did it overnight. They didn't. And so I was excited about the people from Hamilton today. Like, Hamilton is one of my favorite plays. But listening to all of their stories, because they've all blown up now, right? That original cast, they're doing their huge things. But people forget all of those years before Hamilton that they were practicing their craft, that they were just doing plays for free, that they were just trying to get acting gigs and trying to get on Broadway and memorizing lines for things that they didn't get with that. And so Leslie Odom in his book particularly talks about he wanted to quit it, like the industry. And somebody came up to him like, well, you ain't really tried yet. He was like, what do you mean? I've done all this training. I've done all these things. Like, I've been trying. He was like, but you still waiting for people to make it happen for you. You waiting for the call, as opposed to you on the phone every day making 10 calls. You know, you waiting for somebody to introduce you to somebody, as opposed to you calling everybody you know and asking them, hey, can you introduce me to so-and-so? Hey, do you know what so-and-so got going on? And so Leslie Odom specifically talks about being willing to get out there and fail. And when you think that you've done all you can, you might need to do a lot more. Like, you really might need to be doing a lot more. So, okay, I'm really going to stop talking this time.
Okay, two things that I know, right? Two things I want to speak to. We love it. We love anything you have to say, Natalie. You know, we just vibe here.
Right.
So two things, okay? I want to specifically touch on the whole have you done enough? And what are you doing? Because so many people get in all these learning phases and conference phases. Let me be clear about any conference or any event or any mastermind or anything that I am involved in right now. It is in alignment with my ultimate goal.
Oh, say that.
I'm not going to random things.
Oh, yeah.
So people will say what they have to say, but I know my goals. So where I am right now is I have 3 coaches. Okay. And I'm really only recycling what they have going on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the information. It all works in alignment together. Because, you know, I personally feel like I'm behind. But then at the same time, I know I'm in perfect alignment with my assignment because I know who I am, what I'm supposed to be doing. It's, you know, at the same time, it's like, okay, so what are you doing? Like, my accountability, my personal accountability right now in this time, in this space, because you have to go back and do some re-accountability at times, you know, because you're in a different space. You have evolved. You have more information. You are more informative. You know, you have evolved. So, you know, where I am now with my current in-time accountability is, you're absolutely right, Natalie. Nobody is going to do it for you.
Right.
You got to big up you. You got to blow you up.
Yeah.
And back to every time, it's you owe you and nobody else owes you nothing.
Oh, say that. Say it.
You owe you. It's up to you. You know, so that's that space I'm in, because I've tended to, kind of fade into the background on so many things.
Yeah.
And, helping other people, knowing that I'm really good at helping other people do their thing. But I'm in a space now, like, it's gotta be me.
Okay, let me say something on that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because helping other people is one of the biggest ways we get distracted.
To hinder yourself, yeah.
Like, we get so caught up in making somebody else successful.
Yeah.
And I know it's done with a good heart.
Yeah.
Like, we are really doing it. But we got to balance that with also making ourselves successful. I almost feel like the old school mamas would say, like, make sure your house clean before you go help somebody else clean their house with that. And so taking that mentality to business, because a lot of us, me included, it feels good to help other people. It feels good to have answers, because I can tell you what, I got all the answers for your business.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. But when I have to look at my business, I start to get overwhelmed. I start to doubt myself. I can't figure out what the right direction is.
Yeah.
I don't. And so it's easier for me to help you than to stay home and work on it myself.
Yeah.
Like it. And so I think one of the things that we have got to do is, and I'm not saying don't be nice, y'all. I'm not saying don't help people out. Don't support people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's got to be in balance, and you got to make sure you take care of yourself first. Yeah. You got to make sure as much energy as I'm putting into this person making their business successful, am I putting that much energy into my business to make it successful? And I get it. When you look at your business, it can feel very overwhelming because you got 100 ideas. Which one? With that, and to go a little bit deeper on that real quick, if you have 100 ideas and you don't know which one to do first, I'm going to always advise you to do the one that's closest to the money.
Yeah.
Like, do what's closest to the money.
Yeah.
Get those money-making things done first, and then we can do all of the other little things. And to write it down and make a list and prioritize and start marking things off the list. Okay. Thank you for letting me say that, because I keep seeing it. People, we are building somebody else's business instead of our own.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to call people out and hold people to another level of accountability and disrupt some bad habits. It is a form of procrastination.
Oh, girl.
It is a form of
Oh my God,
fear.
tell the truth, shame the devil. I think you just stepped on my toe.
Oh yeah, I'm stepping on your toes, my toes, and anybody else that's bold enough. Anybody else is bold enough to take this real, true, raw accountability and turn it on yourself. Yeah. You scared.
Yes.
Do I want to call you lazy? You might be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have had to call myself a form of lazy, because I know what I'm capable of, but I said I'll run over here and help somebody else so fast.
Right.
But I'm sitting on a cool million.
Right.
With my idea, a cool million, an easy, cool meal.
Right.
If you can make 50,000 in a day, how in the heck would you not repeat that? And I'm talking to me and holding me accountable out loud, being transparent, because I was called out at the conference. I won an award for making 50,000 off my course, out the gate, fast action.
Yes.
And I had to admit, I didn't repeat it.
Wow.
I didn't repeat it.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, that was my accountability to myself. What are you doing that you would create that type of success, but you're not repeating it? But I had to do some research. I had to do some self-work, some inner work. Yeah. And I wasn't doing my homework. I had some layers I had to move through. This is that Gen X conversation, y'all. Talk Gen X, come on, because we're disrupting, we're reprogramming right now. Right. I want you to stop beating yourself up. Right. Because you truly do, honest to God, have some layers of information and programming that has held you back. Yes, you're a hard worker. Yes, you're brilliant. Yes, you're well connected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got everything you need, but you've been programmed to work hard. Mm-hmm. You've been programmed to go to your 9 to 5. You've been programmed that there's only one way to get to the money.
Right.
When it's so many different ways, there is no limitation on your income streams.
Yeah.
But when you've been programmed from the school system, the education system, when you've been programmed that this is it, I'm sorry, you have to unlearn that so that you can realize that it's multiple ways. It's 10, 20, 30 ways to get out here and get this money.
Yeah.
And the difference is, as I'm talking to these millennials, baby, they know it because Gen Xers raised them.
Right.
Gen Xers raised them and taught them, baby, you can do anything you want. You can have anything, baby. Here, I'm going to give you most of it.
Right.
And then I'm going to show you how to get the rest of it.
Right.
And then they don't have a lot of the mental disabilities and just the fear. They have no fear.
Right.
So they're throwing it up against the wall, whatever hit, and they're rolling. While we over here, hold on now, that's my little savings.
Right.
I don't want to lose my little job. I don't want to lose my little clients.
Right.
I'm going to just stay in my little box in my little lane.
Right.
I don't want to make nobody mad.
Right.
I don't want to hurt no feelings.
Right.
You know, Nat, it's so deep. Gen X, it is so deep. And that's what I realized. Like, I am here to disrupt that. I knew it, but I keep getting confirmation over confirmation after confirmation. Like, you playing small, Reese. You playing games, Reese. You know when you show up, you change the game. You know you change mindsets. You know you shift energy.
Yeah.
And you will hold it back. You're doing these people a disservice, not showing up and shifting people's mindsets, because it starts first with your mindset.
Yeah. That's it.
Girl.
Wow. Girl, say more.
You better get to your purpose. You better get in alignment with your assignment. You want to be happy. You want to be free. You want money in the account. You want to travel. You want to help your family.
Yes.
You better find that alignment with your assignment.
Right.
Period. And quit playing games.
All right. So tell me, what you gonna do, my dear? What's the next thing we expecting to come from
I'm showing up. For one, I got a summit coming up. My Feeling Good as Hell summit is in plan.
Yay!
We got the whole agenda lined up. I got my
Do you have tentative dates for us yet?
Actually, 11, 19, wait a minute, 11. It's November 9th through the 12th.
Okay. All right. Y'all got that? I put it on y'all calendars. This is November 9th through the 12th of 2023. 9th through the 12th. As soon as you get ticket sales up, let me know so I can make sure I purchase and support.
Yes, absolutely.
November 9th through the 12th. Okay.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to have quite a few mini events up until, because I'm going to be doing a lot of partnerships, you know, with my people, with my community. I'm bringing my whole community in. I'm bringing everybody in. Everybody that's willing to show up, they're coming through, because everybody has been, so many people have been on this journey with me since day one. Yeah. And I'm bringing them to the table, period. My heavy hitters, my people who scared, I'm bringing them to the table. Period. I'm giving them opportunity. I'm creating a platform for you to show up on whatever level you on. Period. We pushing through. We're pushing through.
Yay.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. But for me, it's just showing up. Show up with Cherise B. I created that name for a reason. Show up, captivate, cash out. I created it all for a reason. But
Yes,
show
you
up,
did.
show up, show up, show up. Period.
Okay. So it's just the Show Up Conference. What's the name of the conference gonna be? You figured it out yet?
It's the Feeling Good as Hell Summit.
Okay, Feeling Good as Hell Summit. Got it.
I'm going to show you how to show up, create your own stage,
Okay.
and cash out.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And one of my gifts is, showing you how to, create a cash infusion for your business, with one skill, one play, one way, and keep rolling it over and over, repeat.
Girl, I love that. One skill, one play, one way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got to say, that's the first time I've heard that one too.
Yeah. And you, for instance, is what you were saying, like, stick with that one thing. Like, you can do whatever, as long as you got money coming in at least one way that you can bring in that cash, and you can save yourself from frustration. You can have some cash flow over here. You can save yourself from wondering, how am I going to do this? Well, if you got this one skill, one play, one way right here, you cashing out constantly right here in this lane. The most simplest form of teaching information that you have. I mean, going back to the basics. What is it that you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to teach
that. Okay.
How do you teach? How do you teach? Is it a webinar? Is it in person? Is it events?
Right.
Is it is it pop-ups? Are you great at selling? Are you great with your messaging? What is it that you do best, so we can put that skill in the teaching form, so we can teach what you know.
Gotcha.
And get that money, period.
Okay.
We got to.
All right. I'm excited. All right. When we think tickets gonna go on sale, I'm ready to buy right now, because I need to be there for one sale. What'd you say? I gotta write this down. One skill, one play, one way. One play, one way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had our meeting last night. I forgot when they said the tickets are going on sale, but I'll be, because that stuff is out of my hands. I got my team on it. So I'm just approving it. When they say this, I approve it, it's on. And I'll let you know. Next week, I'll know for sure those tickets are going on sale. Okay, but we just got so much planning to do. We're deciding between two venues. And once we decide on these venues, then we can go forward with those.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, because, we got to line up those numbers. So
I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm just so ready to free us up. It's time to free our people, Natalie, and we will be free. When we position ourselves to free our people. You know how it is when you're in the chair and a person gets a light bulb because of you aiding them and able to, guide them in a different direction, and the light bulb goes off. You know what that feels like.
Yeah.
We have to do more. We have to reach more people. More people need to see and hear who you are.
Yeah.
But that fear and that procrastination to keep you hiding.
Right. It will keep you. It will keep you.
It's not a time to hide.
Okay.
It's not a time to procrastinate. It is not a time to play small. Period.
All right. So, practical things you want people to start doing after this call to move them forward. What's one thing you want them to do?
Excuse me. I need you to work on your mindset. I need you to be open to shifting your mindset, to doing things different.
Okay. So is that what, them having a confession and start to saying it out loud everywhere they go? I'm open to my mind being shifted. I'm open to doing things different. I'm open to whatever's coming my way. I'm open to new experiences. I'm open to a new way of doing things. I'm open.
I'm open every day in every way. I'm getting better and better. every day in every way. I'm getting healthier.
You just hit my heart with that one. Every day in every way.
I am getting richer and richer. And when I say that, I mean better and better in abundance in every area of your life.
Yeah.
And you need your health in order to do this. You need your mental health. You need your physical health. You need your spiritual health.
Yeah.
So
you need it all.
Day, in every way, I'm getting better and better, healthier and healthier, and richer and richer.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Talk to yourself. You know, allow yourself the time to change and shift. It's okay to think different. It's okay to feel different. It's okay to move different. And I hope that that's practical enough. Like, you're really good. You know me, I can be a little broad, and then you kind of bring it home for me a lot. But for me, I just need people to understand how important shifting your mindset is, you know, because we've been in habits of years and years and years of doing the same thing the same way. And it's very uncomfortable sometimes. A lot of times it's very uncomfortable to change, but you have to be willing to change.
Yeah. You have to be willing. You do.
And if you are listening to this podcast right now with us, you're here for a reason. Like, you are here to hear this message for a reason. And you need to be open to allow your soul to hear something different and receive it different.
Okay. So as you say that, I feel it in my shoulders a little bit. Something was like, I'm scared. I don't even know why I'm scared, right? I just, that's scary. That feels scary.
Yeah.
What do you say to that person who's like, but I'm scared if I get open? Maybe they've been hurt in the past and they don't even realize it from being open, or they had a failed business venture, or a failed marketing venture, or a failed conference, summit with that, and they're scared to be open again. What would you say to them? What do you want to say to them?
There is no failure. There is only lessons. Like, there is no failure. Like, all the multimillionaires and billionaires we know, y'all go back and study and do the research. They failed hard. They failed really, really hard. And, you know, here you are scared. You know, I had a client who had an event. She had a brunch. She said, it was not successful. Only 12 people showed. I said, wait.
Right? That's amazing for your first thing, for your first event. 12 is amazing.
2 people would have been a success.
It would have.
Nobody. The fact that you showed up and did it.
Right. Yes.
It's a success.
Yes.
It's a mindset shift. So instead of looking at it as a failure, and listen, I know it hurts, but a lot of things hurt. You done had your heart broke. You had your feelings hurt. So many things. So you're not willing to get up and try it again and again.
Yeah.
I'd rather be known as a person that failed 10 times than the person that quit.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody has a book like Failing Forward or something.
Yeah,
Failing Up.
Yeah.
Who is that? I just heard.
I don't know. I just remembered.
It's something. And so I think I'm gonna read that book. But just I want to remind people, hold on, I feel like I gotta get serious. I gotta take the lozenge out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I want to remind people of like the numbers, okay? Because I think you guys get caught up. I'm gonna blame social media. Even though we're using that to grow our businesses, I'm blaming social media. I think you guys get caught up and you forget, like, you know, overnight success, 10 years. You want overnight success? 10 years. So get that number in your head. All right. A business, historically building a business took 5 to 7 years. The first 3 years, you are negative and you are usually operating in the negative. You're building your name. You're doing all of those things. The second 2 to 3 years, you're usually making a profit, but you got to pay back all of the debt from the first 3 years. So you don't feel it. It's not until the 5th to the 7th year that a business is really like stable and you should really start being able to feel the profits. I think people forget that. And I see businesses that open up and close down in less than a year. Okay, why were y'all not expecting it to have? I mean, we didn't make it to the 5-year mark. So we really don't know if it was going to be successful or not. Where was that in the planning? If you are doing an event or you're dealing with people, they usually say to expect, depending on your numbers, and you got to have a couple of things before you start to know your numbers. Anywhere from 1% to 30% is the highest number you can expect with that. So if you got 100 people on your list and you're having an event, you need to expect 1 to 30. And I can tell you now, if 30 people say they definitely coming, then you probably gonna get 15. But it may be more like 10, and that's a success. And if you feel like, and you need it to start small, right? Because you need to know, okay, how do I serve 12 people and serve them well? Then we can get to 24. Then we can get to 50. Then we can get to 100. But if you don't start small, it's all kind of things you won't realize or you won't notice. Until like there's something about doing it that you're like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But you only get that information by doing it. So I think there's a scripture that says, don't despise small beginnings. Now, please don't do that. You need to start small. You need to have an event where 2 people show up and you realize, because you won't realize what you don't have in place until you actually have the event. You're like, oh, okay, next time I need to do this. And you'll do that. So by the time you get to the point where you got 100 people there, you should have a nice, smooth operation. So you get that. So my conference last year, I tried to get it planned in less than 3 months. We did, by the grace of God, but I learned a lot about hiring vendors to produce results for me online. I didn't know those. I didn't know. And so now I'll do a better job this year hiring vendors to promote online, like the whole hiring contractors and stuff to do different parts of your social media and put up your website. Like I did, it came off, but it was stressful because I didn't know. And so this year I'm gonna start a lot earlier. 6 months out. But I was just talking to somebody and she was like, actually, you should be starting a year out. Wait, what? Okay. All right. I got that. I'll get that. But it takes like doing it, and you want to do it on a small scale. First time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and it will grow. It will build if you keep doing it. But if you get discouraged because you only have 12 people, which is really good for a first event.
Really good.
That's
really
excellent for a first event, really, with that. And so know your numbers. Do you have an email list? How many people are on your email list? That's a good predictor for how many people you're going to show up going to show up. So I would say to start out, expect. I just was talking to a new website lady, and she said I should have 2% conversions with that. And I don't know who she's following right now and where she got that information from. So take that with a grain of salt. But for you guys and your numbers today, I'm going to say expect 2%. And I want you to try to grow that to 10%. And then the 10%, I want you to try to grow that to 20, and then 20 to 30. 30 is about good as it's going to get. Like you were doing everything right if you got a 30% conversion. And if you don't even know if I'm talking about with conversions, you got a lot to learn with that. And so you got to get that information first so you can know your numbers and know what to expect with that. Okay.
And I would add to this was something we spoke on last week. Be continuously building your community. I've taken I'll admit, I'm all about transparency. Oh yes, it's Transparent Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. It's all about, being real with yourself about where you are. I, had not been nurturing my community like I should have. And what I had to do is pull back and not be embarrassed about it.
Right.
And go ahead and start bringing my community together, because I got packs and packs here and there, but I had not been bringing that community together. So right now, that's my focus,
Gotcha.
Bringing my community together, talking to my community, nurturing them, finding out what it is that they need from me.
Right.
And that's just authentic conversation. Talk to them, find out what they want and what they need, what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's
so
really,
build
really
your
good.
Community at all times. Be building that email list.
So can I ask, like, how do you bring your community together? Like, give me a specific thing that somebody could take away from this call and they could implement in their own community. How are you bringing yours?
It's simple as, if you have a Facebook group, have one location for them. If you have, your own app, if you have your YouTube channel, like every platform pretty much has a private group, so
Gotcha.
even if it's offline and it's, your own app or your own website, whatever, just find a common place to bring people together. So if you're meeting with them once a month or once every other week, fine, create some consistency. And I'm raising my hand. That's what I'm doing now again, creating that consistency because I have been very inconsistent, but I no longer can handle the one-on-one people calling me, DMing me, hey, I need this, I need that. Hey, do you have this?
Right.
Do you know this person? Do you know that person? I can't handle it no more.
Right.
So I have to bring them all together, so that, hey, on Mondays, y'all want to talk about this? Fine. Tuesdays, this, that, and the other. I'll be talking about this on Tuesdays. That's it. Because I can no longer handle all the individual calls and reaching out, I have to bring the community together.
No, that makes sense. Because I had reached that point with my mentees that they went, and we got a lot of different things in my field, but I had some specific people who were like, will you mentor me? Okay, it's 8 of y'all. Now I can't spend an hour with each of you guys. So making that a consistent Zoom once a month. Hold all your questions, we'll answer them then. Everybody get to hear the answers, boom, we're good to go. All right, so that's a good thing to like bring them together in one spot, get the information out there.
Absolutely. And your mentees are informed. They are your mentees for a reason. Let them mentor each other. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let the commonplace, evolve. And that's what you want anyway. You want them to learn from you and to grow. So, let them work together. Let them come together and figure some things out on their own. Because you can't hold their hand the entire way. And I'm going hard too on creating that cash flow. Like, I'm so sick of hearing people struggling, brilliant people struggling because that money ain't flowing like it should.
Right.
That's money blocks. Those are money blocks. Like, where are your money blocks and why? Very unnecessary money blocks.
Right.
Because you don't have links for people to click on. You don't have a regular event coming up. You don't have regular ways for people to be in contact with you and click a link and buy from you and get information.
No, that's, oh my God, that's so true. That was gold right there. That I want you guys, I don't want y'all to miss that. Like, that was literally a way to get money in your pocket. And so for what she just said is, if you got a product that's sitting on your drive, your jump drive, your flash drive, your whatever, and it could be producing, I'm going to challenge you to get it online so it can be selling by the end of the week. If you got something online that you ain't clicked the payment link yet, or you ain't got around to putting the payment link up there, I'm going to ask you to do that by the end of this week. Close a business Friday. She just put money in you guys' pockets. Did y'all get that? Like, she just told you what to do to literally get money in your pocket. If you don't have anything scheduled, schedule it with it. Get it out there. Most people will buy anything. Because sometimes people just buy stuff to support you. They don't even need it. And I mean, I've done that. Like, okay, let me buy your book. I ain't going to read it. And I just throw it in the pile with my other books. But I wanted to support them with that. And so let people support you guys by making sure that the ways are out there. with that. All right, my dear. Any closing thoughts?
I think I'm good for the evening. Just it's time to be open. Open your mind up to showing up for yourself, and changing your life.
Yeah, with that. I'm going to because where I need to actually like be on the pound the pavement marketing. So I'm gonna put myself out there with you guys tonight. And I want if any of you guys where you are supposed to do something physical, like get in your car, get out your car, go somewhere, introduce yourself. If you fall into that category with me, then I'm gonna challenge you to put something on the calendar for next week for you to figure out where you're going to go, get your marketing materials or whatever you're going to give, candy, muffins or whatnot, figure out where you're going to get that from, and you take it to whatever location you're going to take to, if you're doing like old fashioned, like beat the pound the pavement marketing. So join me in that. I'm going to promise, because that's one of the things that I've needed to do for my business. We have all these online things, but we now that COVID is over, we need to get back to the practical actions that actually kind of built the practice. So I'll be doing that and holding myself accountable and holding you guys accountable too. All right. Well, that's it for us for tonight. We love you guys. Reach out to me on LinkedIn or Cherise on Facebook. You one more thing?
I got one more thing I want to say to you, and I want to say it out loud. So that anyone else under our voices that need to hear it, you and I both need to do some throat chakra work tonight. I'll send you something, okay? Because obviously, like, why would we be on here from last week to this week dealing with boys? You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get some throat chakra work done. Okay. Because obviously it's something going on with our voices. In a good way. I believe it's a clearing and a purifying and a purging. Girl. So we're just gonna receive that.
I will receive that. I will receive that. Definitely so. Yeah. Oh, girl, that was good. That did my soul. That hurt. That hit my soul.
I got something for you. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful people. We love you guys. We want you guys to be the success. We know that you can be a success, and we are here to support you. And support you and walk along beside you. Like we want to be in it with you with that. So reach out if you need us, and y'all have a great night.
Night.
All right, bye-bye.
Audio Jungle.